The Todd Shapiro Show, SiriusXM 168.
And not to get too serious, but once in a while we have to do that on the program.
Yeah.
And it's difficult for me to talk about serious stuff. Is the truth. I don't deal well with that. I like to deflect and ignore.
Totally.
That's what I do best. But comedians often are some of the most brilliant people, as sort of I was alluding to, but also suffer a lot, and we see that they suffer a lot from insecurity and sometimes even mental illness.
Big time.
And you can look back at many famous comedians who've sadly like a Robin Williams with drug use and young deaths and anyway, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. So much mental illness, tons of trauma. The tears of a clown sort of scenarios. The last time I was here, I talked about falling in a fire, and some of my mental illness. So yeah, no, it's really common and totally.
Well, we have some friends here today, and when I say friends, they're friends and coworkers of actually my wife.
Nice.
And there's a great night that we've just learnt of, and it's called One Brave Night, and it's the One Brave Night Challenge, which is happening this Friday at April 7th. And there's a team that they've put together to help raise funds for CAMH. And part of those teams and part of her friends, my wife's friends, and now our friends, Danielle and Heinz. How you guys doing? And nice and close to the mic, both of you, real close to the mics.
Hi, Todd.
Good. You guys nervous?
Hey, Todd.
Are you nervous?
No, not at all. First time on radio, but feeling pretty good.
Danielle, you're a little nervous, huh?
Just a lot.
Don't be nervous. Come. Just pretend this thing's not even in front of you. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Honestly, Bilal can do this. Anyone can do it. Trust me. Okay. So tell me a little bit about One Brave Night.
Sure. So like you said, it's an initiative to raise money for CAMH, which is the Center for Addiction and Mental Health. Happens every year. This is the third year now. They've raised about $1.5 million overall to open new treatment centers and so on. The point is really to remind people suffering from mental illness that they're not alone. And because nighttime is one of the hardest times for you when you're suffering, you stay up as a show of solidarity.
It's a beautiful thing, and I guess not necessarily understanding what people would go through with this, with mental illness. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. That at nighttime, when there's you don't have support systems around, you don't have your friends, other people are sleeping.
Yeah.
You might, I can foresee that. That's when you'd spend a lot of the time probably dealing with your own internal demons and your own issues. And have you ever, Ashley Moffat?
I also have depression and post-traumatic stress disorder, and I cannot be alone with my thoughts at night. So I've got to have something on, whether it be porn or porn. Just I need something in the background so I'm not alone with my thoughts, and oftentimes that will mean I'm up all night long and then screwed for the next day, and it's just sort of a vicious cycle. So I think it's really amazing what you're doing. It's such a great night.
Heinz, why'd you decide to get involved?
Well, I mean, when these guys kind of, I'm new at the company, so when they kind of told me about this kind of night that they had done last year, I mean, when we kind of talk about One Brave Night, we sort of go through the stats, right? We're kind of like, 1 in 5 people kind of experience it, every year in your lifetime. There's like a 1 in 2 chance. But at the end of the day, sort of everyone kind of, really we're talking about people here, right? And you're going to experience it at some point, either directly or through someone you love or care about or whatever. And, for me personally, I've definitely kind of had some experiences with mental health in my own family. So it just sort of hit a real personal note for me. And, they're just great guys, and any excuse to kind of stay up all night playing video games is fine by me. Right? So.
Yeah, I hear, Danielle, you guys are going to be playing video games and stuff. Is that part of it?
Yes, exactly. So we'll be live streaming. We have a quad TV set up, and at any given point, we'll have at least one system live streaming. So twitch.tv/running on Steam is where you can find us if you want to watch on Friday.
That's Friday, April 7th. That's great. And then you guys have already raised like $5,000, which is phenomenal. This will go to CAMH. How can people help donate? How can people help contribute to this cause? And is there a link we go to? Is it that same link? Is it a separate one?
We've registered runningonssteam.ca to make it a little bit easier, but that will take you directly to our CAMH fundraising page.
Okay, so you just go to running on Steam?
Yes.
runningонsteam.ca, and then you'll find some links there to help donate money. And is it through sort of one of these GoFundMe's or PayPal's or something? Or
it's directly to CAMH. So as soon as you donate, you'll get your charitable tax receipt and everything right away.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That's a nice way to do it. Guys, it's so nice that obviously your company InBev, you guys are taking a big part of this, and I know that they're all helping out and stuff. And everyone should really help out. And and I haven't talked about this at all on the show, and it's just hard for me to talk about because my wife's behind me, and I don't want to talk about it. But we lost her younger sister to mental illness just very recently, and so we had a lot of support through our friends, and we actually got to raise some money to help with funeral costs and stuff, but also for $1,800 to Canadian Mental Health Association, the Toronto chapter. So a big thank you to people who supported us for that, and it's whatever way people can help out is it's almost your duty. We forget what pain and suffering that individuals can be going through, and people we know and love, and sometimes you don't even know, or don't you don't anticipate it's as bad as it is sometimes, and to be one step ahead of it is the most important thing, and it's sometimes out of family's realm or friends' realm even, and that's why we got to leave it to the professionals. And that's why it's so important to help raise money for those professionals. And if you recognize any signs, people, don't be embarrassed and don't be afraid to maybe alert someone or let someone know, or have a conversation with someone who might have a way at getting internally into the person a little bit more than you might without sort of offending them at it. And it's just one of these things that is difficult always for those who know people who are suffering from mental illness, and especially those who have lost because of it. And it's so nice to see what you guys are doing. Thank you so much. And I'm so happy that my wife's here. One Brave Night Challenge happening this Friday, April 7th. And the team is called Running on Steam. They've raised $5,000. Anything you can to go and help out. runningонsteam.ca. And also, if there's just other organizations that you feel they need to help out too, it doesn't have to be just one or the other. It's look out for people, right, guys? You got to look out for people.
That's it.
And we we like to have fun on this program, but there's a difference, and you can recognize that difference. Can you add something, Ashley, please?
Totally. I just think that was super, super, super brave, and I'm so sorry you went through that, but it was super brave, and hopefully it draws people's attention to this really great and worthy cause. It's really hard to be vulnerable and open up about stuff like that, but it's amazing that people are talking about it, and on platforms like this, just getting the word out that, hey, mental illness is real, and that was so awesome that you shared that, and I'm so sorry that it happened, but hopefully it leads to some people checking out One Brave Night and donating.
So this just isn't an excuse for Heinz to spend time with ladies all night, like hanging out with them, right? That's not just this excuse. Okay.
Oh my
just
God.
An added benefit, I guess.
Yeah. Can you bring Bilal? He's really good at video games. I don't know that for sure. He's never told me, but he gives off that vibe.
I was, and I had to stop when I started working with Todd because I no longer had hours to give away.
You need to keep your hands soft too.
For sure. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you, Heinz, for coming in today. Anything else you guys would like to add?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head right there for sure. I mean, it's like when you get a cold or something, you don't hesitate to go see the doctor, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's really just an extension of that, right? I mean, even just yesterday, my girlfriend and I were sitting on our front stoop, just eating some Chips Ahoy, and just kind of like just talking about life and stuff. And she was kind of even prompting me just to be like, like when you feel stuff, just open up about it. Like you're not alone. We're all kind of in this together. And yeah, I think you kind of hit the nail on the head there.
That's a great start also. Yeah.
I was going to say, Bilal, there's your first date with that chick right there. Sitting on the porch eating Chips Ahoy. Right? He did it. Thank goodness.
Well, thank you guys for coming
life.
in. Thank you. Open up. Runningонsteam.ca, and it's called One Brave Night if you want to go and find more information. Happening this Friday on April 7th. And thank you, babe, for coming in, my wife, Irina. I love you. Back in a moment
I
here.
love you too.
She did say she was going to try and steal you. Okay.
The Todd Shapiro Show.
Hey, thanks for watching that video. You can subscribe over there, or you can watch another video over here. And I think this is the Daniel Bryan yes chant. So what the hell? Yes, yes, Todd Shapiro Show. Daniel Bryan can't wrestle anymore. It's a very sad story.